Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to another fun week of English 410. It's March already. Or again. This has been a weird year, but I'm very excited we're all here together on this first day of March doing cool things in English 410. So today your original case study is due at midnight. You worked on that all of last week. I'm excited to see what sort of ideas you guys came up with and how you were able to answer each other's questions through the discussion boards. Really fabulous work you guys are doing. So I look forward to seeing how that all comes together. After you've got that done, take a deep breath, pat yourself on the back, feel nice and warm and fuzzy on the inside, and then we're going to be moving directly into our next stuff because that's how things go in a quarter system where our pace is accelerated. So you're going to be working on an Excel graphing exercise this week, as well as a survey assignment. This note that says end manager interview period, this is just a reminder to stay on top of things and get those manager interviews as soon as you can. This is not like a drop dead due date. Just a day it would be good to have the manager interview done by so you can work through the data and see how you want to incorporate it in your MIR. But if you're not able to get it done by Thursday, please don't stress. It just needs to be done by the time the MIR is due. But it would be nice to have that piece done. So this is just a recommendation, a friendly pro tip, if you will, from someone who's been there and done that and tried to do this whole project, and a recovering procrastinator, because I loved to procrastinate in school and sometimes it bit me on the hiney. So that's why I'm trying to help out and give us some reminders. That's why this class is structured this way, to kind of build into this major assignment. So manager interview, just a recommendation, not a hard due date there. However, you should turn in the graphing exercise part 1 as a part of a due date because it is due on Friday. And then an original survey assignment this week as well. So lots to work on. I do want to just go over real quickly these assignments for you. The Excel is just showing me how you use Excel. It's something that you'll probably have to use quite a bit in the workplace. It's something that does take some practice. So I want to give you a chance to kind of get that practice here. So you're going to be working in Excel data graphs for this assignment. I've got some helpers for you here. I've got nicely labeled pictures. You guys are real clever folks, so I know you'll be able to work through that, no problem. And then if we go back to the calendar, I just want to spend the last little bit talking about our original survey assignment. So as a part of your recommendation report, not recommendation report, your MIR report, you are going to need to have some data from a survey that you created. And so we're going to be creating that survey now, and then I will be distributing the survey, and you'll be able to gather the data from your classmates. Now, this isn't going to be a very large or deep data pool because our class is not terribly large. I think we're down to 7 or 8 people still trucking along with us right now. But it's enough to gather some data and make some conclusions. So we will be creating that survey this week, and then next week I'll be distributing those surveys so that you can get this kind of data and feedback. So what you're going to be doing this week is creating a 10 to 20 question survey that's going to give you information that you'll then use in your MIR report. So think about your topic, think about what kind of questions might relate to your main points. You can make those main points from your manager interviews we just talked about, from research you've done for the annotated bibliography and the lit review. If you want to be able to say, here is data that supports the thing I'm recommending, this is a great place to do it. So create questions that are going to be helpful. And we want to include at least one type of each question in your survey. And here are the question types. Yes, no questions, very straightforward. Multiple choice questions, make sure those are nice and clear and that they do have kind of a correct answer. Standard rating questions, do make sure that you define your rating scores when you use these. These are called a Likert scale, and they're fairly standard in terms of gathering data in research questionnaires. Semantic differences tell us how somebody might rate something on a scale of difficult to simple or boring to interesting. And then we've got some rank ordering. For example, rank the work schedules you think are best. Put a 1 next to the one you like the most, a 2, second choice, so on and so forth. And then give a little additional information what those major advantages might be to that work schedule. And then a short answer that you can compile people's responses. This short answer section also gives you places where you can pull direct quotes that will then support your work in the MIR, which is really nice to have that as an option. So you will create your own survey here. We're shooting for about 10 to 20 questions. And then you'll submit that on Sunday. I'll distribute them next week so that you can then take this data. You can put it in an Excel and you can make cool graphs and charts and things to include in your MIR. So awesome things to help make that MIR even more dynamic. And those are the major things we're going to be working on this week. Lots of fun to be had. As always, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. Otherwise, continue doing the excellent work you're doing, and I look forward to talking soon.